The introduction to the life of Saint Francis of Assisi sets the stage for understanding the profound impact he had on both the Church and the world. Saint Francis, born Giovanni di Pietro di Bernardone in Salmai Dom or 1182 in Assisi, Italy, is known for his radical approach to living out the Christian gospel. His life exemplifies simplicity, humility, and a deep reverence for all of creation. Before becoming a saint, Francis's early years were marked by wealth and comfort, attributes of his merchant family background. However, a transformative spiritual awakening led him to renounce his worldly possessions and dedicate his life to poverty and service. The significance of understanding Francis's life lies in its illustration of how personal transformation can lead to universal change. His journey from a privilege-seeking youth to a humble servant of God underscores the power of individual choice and devotion. This transformation is crucial because it highlights the core tenets of sainthood: sacrifice, faith, and an unwavering commitment to spiritual values. Saint Francis's embodiment of these principles helped redefine what it meant to live a Christ-like life, influencing countless followers and leading to his canonization in 1228. Two specific examples that illustrate Francis's impact include the founding of the Franciscan Order and his famous encounter with the Wolf of Gubbio. The Franciscan Order, established in 1209, emphasizes vows of poverty and service, resonating with those seeking a return to the simplicity and purity of early Christianity. This order continues to be a significant force within the Catholic Church, promoting social justice and care for the marginalized. The legend of the Wolf of Gubbio, where Francis pacified a fierce wolf terrorizing a town, symbolizes his exceptional ability to bring peace and harmony through compassion and understanding, reflecting his deep connection to all living beings. In terms of opinions, many see Saint Francis as a revolutionary figure who challenged the materialism of the Church, inspiring reform and renewal. However, some critiques point to the practicality of his ideals, questioning whether extreme poverty is sustainable or universally applicable. Understanding Francis's life and choices offers insight into the broader topic of achieving sainthood. It connects to other aspects, such as the criteria and process for canonization, the role of miracles, and the historical and cultural context of sainthood. His story reminds us of the powerful interplay between personal conviction and institutional change, and how one individual's faith journey can inspire generations. The early life and conversion of Saint Francis of Assisi form a pivotal chapter in understanding his path to sainthood. Born Giovanni di Pietro di Bernardone in 1181 in Assisi, Italy, Francis was the son of a wealthy cloth merchant. He enjoyed a privileged upbringing, indulging in the pleasures of his status, exhibiting a fondness for fine clothes, and leading a carefree lifestyle characteristic of youth. This phase of his life was marked by a search for glory and adventure, which saw him aspiring to become a knight. However, it was during his time as a soldier, following his capture and subsequent illness, that he began to reassess his life's direction, setting the stage for his spiritual awakening. Francis's conversion holds significant importance, as it marks the beginning of his journey towards sainthood. This transformation from a life of wealth and superficial glory to one of poverty and humility underscores the core of Francis' spiritual teachings. His decision to renounce his inheritance and live in poverty was not just a personal choice, but rather a profound statement against the materialism of his time, aligning with a deeper commitment to emulate Christ's life of simplicity and service. One notable example of this transformation is Francis's encounter with a leper. Overcoming his initial revulsion, Francis embraced the leper, an act symbolizing his rejection of societal norms and his embrace of his newfound Christian faith. Another vivid illustration was his decision to stand trial in front of the Bishop of Assisi, during which he famously stripped off his clothes, returning them to his father as a symbol of renouncing his earthly ties and dedicating himself wholly to God. Supporters of Francis' life and message often emphasize the profound impact of his conversion on the Church and society. His life is seen as a radical embodiment of Christian ideals, inspiring widespread reform and the eventual establishment of the Franciscan Order. However, some challenge the practicality of his teachings, arguing that his rejection of wealth is less applicable in modern economically driven societies. Others view his simplistic approach as overly idealistic, potentially neglecting the complexities of human society and the necessity for economic structures. Francis's early life and conversion deeply influence other aspects of his sainthood, especially his preaching about humility, love for all creation, and service to the poor. His transformative journey from privilege to poverty serves as a testament to personal sacrifice and spiritual devotion, providing a compelling narrative that continues to resonate with audiences seeking meaning and purpose beyond material success. Embracing poverty and humility were central tenets in the life of Saint Francis of Assisi, profoundly shaping his journey to sainthood. These concepts involve living with minimal material possessions and adopting an attitude of modesty and selflessness, aligning closely with Francis's spiritual awakening and dedication to living like Christ. By renouncing wealth and status, Francis sought to connect more deeply with God, finding true freedom in simplicity and service to others. The significance of embracing poverty and humility in St. Francis's life cannot be overstated. It was this complete surrender and detachment from worldly goods that underpinned his spiritual transformation and public ministry. By choosing poverty, Francis demonstrated his commitment to living out the gospel's teachings, reflecting Jesus' own life and message. His humility attracted many followers who were inspired by his example, leading to the formation of the Franciscan Order, dedicated to living out these principles. One of the most notable examples of St. Francis's dedication to poverty and humility is his famous act of stripping himself of his luxurious clothes in front of his father and the bishop. This dramatic gesture signified his renunciation of his family's wealth and his commitment to living a life of poverty. Another example is his interaction with lepers, whom he initially feared and avoided. Overcoming his revulsion, Francis embraced and cared for them, symbolizing his profound humility and solidarity with society's most marginalized. Supporters of Francis's approach to poverty and humility argue that it offers a path to spiritual growth and liberation from the distractions of materialism. They believe that such a lifestyle fosters compassion, empathy, and a deeper relationship with God and with others. However, challenges and controversies surround this ideal. Critics argue that complete renunciation of possessions is impractical and unsustainable for most people, potentially leading to hardship. Additionally, some suggest that emphasis on poverty could romanticize suffering or overlook systemic issues contributing to inequality. The embrace of poverty and humility profoundly influenced other aspects of St. Francis's life and the wider Franciscan movement. It informed his interactions with nature, his commitment to peace and dialogue, and his promotion of social justice. By living simply, Francis highlighted the intrinsic value of all creation and encouraged his followers to respect and cherish the world around them. This aspect of his life story serves as a timeless call to balance material needs with spiritual and moral values, resonating deeply with audiences seeking authenticity and purpose in today's complex world. The founding of the Franciscan Order is a pivotal moment in the life of Saint Francis of Assisi and serves as a cornerstone in his journey towards sainthood. This religious order, formerly known as the Order of Friars Minor, was established in the early 13th century with a profound commitment to the principles of poverty, humility, and a deep connection to nature. St. Francis, guided by a vision of rejuvenating the Christian faith through simplicity and service, laid the groundwork for what would become a profound spiritual movement. The significance of founding the Franciscan Order lies in its radical departure from the norms of the time. In an era where the Church was mired in wealth and power, Francis's vision of a community that embraced poverty and service was both refreshing and transformative. This new order not only influenced the spiritual landscape of medieval Europe, but also provided Francis with a structured means to disseminate his teachings, ultimately reinforcing his path to sainthood by showcasing a tangible commitment to living the gospel. Two real-world applications illustrate the impact of the Franciscan Order. First, the order's emphasis on aiding the marginalized inspired numerous charitable activities, setting a precedent for future religious and secular organizations focused on justice. Second, The Franciscan schools and missions established across Europe and beyond fostered education and intercultural exchange, contributing to the order's longevity and global reach. These examples underscore the enduring legacy of Francis's vision, reflecting his profound influence on societal development. Supporters of the Franciscan ethos often laud it for its emphasis on humility and service, qualities revered in Christian teachings. Many admire the order's commitment to living in harmony with nature, a principle that resonates strongly in contemporary discussions on environmental stewardship. However, the founding of the Franciscan Order was not without its challenges and controversies. Some within the Church viewed Francis's ideals as too radical, fearing it undermined ecclesiastical authority and tradition. Additionally, internal tensions arose within the order over how strictly to adhere to Francis's original vision of poverty, highlighting the difficulties of maintaining ideological purity in institutional contexts. This pivotal moment in Francis's life connects seamlessly to other aspects of his sainthood journey. By establishing the Franciscan Order, Francis not only created a lasting spiritual and communal legacy, but also demonstrated his unwavering dedication to living out his divine calling. Through this act, he set a powerful example of faith in action, influencing his contemporaries and future generations, and solidifying his place as a revered figure within the Christian faith.